In this video, we're gonna be ranking every single Kingdom of Vengeance hero from the worst to the best. So watch the video till the end and let's get into it. At the bottom place we have Veruk, but not really, because for me personally Veruk is not the worst at all, and I have a lot of hot takes in this entire video which I'll be discussing throughout the video. So let me know your opinions on it, but here comes Veruk. Now he's the first basic hero which you unlock in Kingdom of Vengeance, and he's pretty great. He's pretty great duelist. He can even counter flyers by having a little bit of his reinforcement or spell, whatever you would like to call it. He's pretty great. He's not tanky at all. He can even provide a little bit of crowd control. To be honest, he is kind of decent at everything, and I have used Veruk like from the time I got the game in 2018 when I was a free-to-play player, and I used Veruk like a lot, and that just makes me a Veruk main in this entire game, to be honest. It's basically, if you can use him well enough, he's not the worst at all. I'm not saying he's best or anything, but yes, he's not the worst at all in my perspective. Tramin. Now, I'm gonna be honest. To me, the worst hero is Tramin. The main reason why Tramin may outperform Veruk is his spell. His spell is really good, a better version of Raz and Drag's spell I would consider, and he is pretty much useful. I'm not saying he's trash or anything, but personally to me, in my playstyle, I do not find him anywhat helpful. As much as Veruk is to me, that might be a skill thing I would consider, but Tramin isn't the best hero in my perspective at all, and he is, for me, he is the worst one. But in the entire tier list, as for everybody, I'm taking all perspectives in. Tramin is gonna be the second worst hero in the game. Now we have Margosa, and she is pretty decent tank in my perspective. She can tank pretty much well. She has life stealing ability when she hits an enemy. Her spell converts her into a vampire, I would consider, where she has insane amount of regen ability, and she deals pretty great amount of damage at that point too. With it, she's pretty much decent when it comes to microing too. She isn't a really great duelist, I would consider. She's still a good one. She is just a good tank in my perspective. With it, I also would believe that one of her abilities where she teleports the enemy near her, that ability can go a lot much more wrong in many situations too, because it personally has annoyed me quite a lot while using her. But more than that, I think Margosa is alright. She isn't the worst in my perspective. She is pretty decent when it comes to fighting one-on-one hand enemies and just tanking, I guess. Now we're gonna take a look at Asra. Now she is pretty great hero in my opinion. As for a free-to-play perspective, she is pretty great. She can be even teleport around map when you have to micro her, so she's very much micro efficient character too. So if you can use her well enough, if you can execute the microing well enough, she can get her potential a lot much higher, and that's one of the best things about her. She has that poison dagger. She can protect herself during melee battles. She isn't the best character to use in melee battles. The past ones we have seen were a lot much more better in melee battle, like Veruk, Margosa compared to Asra, but Asra is a ranged character, if you have to say. Keep the distance between her and the enemies unless she has the poison dagger. And when it comes to poison, the poison cloud ability she has, it's pretty great, not gonna lie. It can take out the small clumps of enemies with low HP or even more HP, if I have to be honest. In many cases she can take them out pretty much well. It's pretty great, not gonna lie, and if you can use it well, execute the plan well enough, she can be pretty great. But now the next one is also a free-to-play hero, and I personally find him a lot much more better than her, except only one part, which is microing. Now we have Oloch. Personally, one of my favorite heroes from Kingdom of Vengeance. I really enjoy using Oloch as his abilities are pretty great. He can just deals so much more damage, deals magic damage of course. And yes, as for his ability, he can even boost the damage of the towers, nearby towers for a while, which is actually pretty great, I'll be honest. It's not as much efficient, but yet it helps. And when it comes to his ability, he can even provide a little bit of crowd control or extra damage by making his clones around the entire map, which is actually a great thing. And then when you take a look at his spell ability, it teleports enemies back on the path, which is actually really great if you think about it, because even if something was just about to leak into your strategy, you can use it and save the hearts. It can be used when you want to just clutch around the entire map, so it's pretty great. His ability where he makes a big fireball, it deals pretty great damage. I really like using Oloch. Oloch is very bad in melee combat, so you have to always keep in mind to make him fight in ranged options. That's the only way you can actually make use out of him. If you can't do that, it's just a bad part. He cannot be microed all around the map, but I personally find her so much more better than Asra, because I'm not much used to Asra, but I would consider if you are good with micro, Asra better for you to use. But as for Oloch, he's pretty great. I like him. Over here we have Grosh. Now I really enjoy using Grosh, but Grosh is a lot much more of a tank type. He has pretty cool abilities. I'm not gonna say he's bad at all. He's pretty great in my perspective. In a one-on-one battle, he's pretty great too. He can just take out an enemy very much well, can stall enemies for a pretty long time too. His main ability, which is actually one of my favorite part about Grosh, is like it stuns enemy, it deals a whole lot of damage, and it can even cover up so much more area around the map if used well enough. And even when Grosh is near death, he goes invincibility mode, which is just too much powerful. And then when he dies, he just slows down enemies and deals slight amount of damage. It's pretty cool. There's nothing wrong about Grosh, but he's just outperformed by the next hero we're gonna take a look at. Jigou is the next hero we're gonna take a look at. Personally, he's a great tank. Not only that, he can do so much damage. I really love using Jigou. He's pretty much underrated and overhated in the game. I will say that on your face if you hate Jigou. But reality is he's pretty great. He isn't the best when it comes to microing. He's pretty slow in speed, but whenever you put him in that lane, as far as you're executing things well enough, he's gonna take care of that lane for most of the time. His abilities are pretty strong too, and his spell is pretty much good when it comes to damage dealing in a good amount of area. So he can freeze enemy, he can also do crowd control for you, tanking, everything can be done with Jigou. But yet there are many heroes in Kingdom of Vengeance which are just too much overpowered, and now we're gonna slowly get to that list. Not really, we have few heroes to look at, but let's get to the next one. Jun'pai. Now here is another great hero. Jun'pai is kind of good when it comes to microing. That is one of the factors I have put at him above Jigou. I really find him pretty much great in most of the situation. He can even deal ranged damage. It's not too much, but it is something, so it's gonna help you in situations. And as for his abilities, they're really interesting. I find him a lot much more on support side of the heroes I would consider in Kingdom of Vengeance. So he isn't anyone broken or anything, a lot much more based on his abilities, how helpful they are. And his spell is alright. I mean, I don't hate it. It's not personally one of the best ones you would see in this game, but yet I think he's pretty alright. Moreover, Jun'pai is somewhere between high or mid B tier for me. Now it's Mortemis. Now personally, I really love using Mortemis in the game. He's one of the best crowd controllers in the game, and I love using him just by the fact when enemies die he can spawn in zombies, which is actually a really great way to just stall enemies around. You know, if you're lacking any stalling ability, barracks, he's gonna do the work for you. His spell is even more better, as his spell allows him to spawn in a behemoth which will fight on the map and will be stunning every enemy on hit, which is actually so good. Not only that, he can even get the resistance of the enemies down up to 30% when they are near him, which is actually even more better. So he's overall a great support hero. He's not here for damage or anything, but he's here for crowd control and support. So if your towers are good, they need more support, this hero is gonna provide you that, I would consider. And in my opinion, he's gonna be somewhere in low A or high B tier. So yeah, let's get to the next one. Now it's time for Isfet. Now Isfet is one of the real exclusive heroes I would consider, which is part of Hammerhold DLC. Moreover, he has an insta-kill ability which is actually really great, and personally his abilities are kind of good. He is slow, I would consider. If he was a little bit more faster, things could have gone a lot much more better for him. And as for his main spell ability, it's a great damage dealer, I would personally say. It stays on for a little while, but as far as it's on any enemy, that enemy's health is getting melted, and I'm guaranteeing you that in most of the situations I would consider it deals a lot of damage, is my point. Mostly his stats are also fine. He is kind of not really great when it comes to microing, but I would personally say he's alright. I really enjoy using Isfet. He's kind of balanced, I would consider. I don't find him anywhat broken or anything, so in my perspective he's pretty much balanced hero in the game. Beresad. Now here we are getting to the dragon list now. So Beresad is personally my favorite hero in Kingdom Hearts history, and I am a Beresad main too. I really enjoy using him. Beresad has an insta-kill ability, deals pretty much alright damage, I would consider. Compared to other dragons, he's not anywhat the best, but I would still say he is pretty great. As for him, he spawns in a golem which will take care on the ground level too and provide you a little bit of crowd control. He can even make the enemies go far away from him just by scaring the heck out of them. Not only that, acid rain is even more better. It deals all area damage on the entire map, deals very great damage. For me, he is S tier, but I wouldn't call him S tier in this tier list, of course. I know the limits which I have to set, or else it's gonna be me triggering people for this entire video, I guess. I really enjoy using him. He's a dragon, and of course I have also created a dragon hero tier list which you must check out after this one. Beresad also gives you extra gold, which is actually pretty great. Not only that, he is pretty... And that's all for the Beresad. Lucrena, the flying hero which isn't a dragon. Now she is probably my second favorite hero in Kingdom Hearts Vengeance after Beresad, and I personally love using her, and probably one of the first hero with having magic resistance, and it's pretty great. Her spell is just too good. It possesses of enemies. It's even more better in many situations, especially it's really great and broken in Pirate King's DLC itself. She can teleport all around the map. She has pretty low, I would consider, regen speed, I would consider, which is actually fine. She isn't balanced, I would say. She's pretty broken in many situations, yet I find her pretty much alright. She can even spawn in troops on the map, on the ground level. She can make enemies go far away by scaring them, I would consider, possess enemies, and deal insane amount of damage when enemies are below her. Just best thing you like to see. The satisfaction while using this hero is just on another level in my perspective. I really find her using very much fun, and not fun in a way that it ruins your experience of playing the game, but fun in a good way, if I have to express this. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about her. I really enjoy using her. We have her in high A tier in my perspective. This is the point from where the borderline S tier hero starts in my perspective, the Doom Tank. Now this is such an interesting and a broken hero, I would consider, and a lot satisfactory one to use too around the map. I would consider you can just roll over enemies, you can just put off a bomb which will just get rid of mostly all of the enemies on the entire path where it's placed. It's just perfect if you ask me. It deals damage in path. It's just a house of damage. It deals damage, and it just feels fun to just roll over enemies, to be honest. It's just something I do, but it's kind of fun, if I have to say. So I really enjoy doing it. Microing them is not a big deal. They can be microed in pretty much good speed. They have pretty great speed, which actually makes them pretty great too. They deal more than enough damage. So if you're using a Doom Tank on the map, there are very less chance that you're gonna lose. And if you do lose, you need to think what gone wrong for you in your strategy, because that is some serious thing you just had to go through. But I would personally enjoy using this entire hero, and in my perspective, it's borderline S. Also, did I mention this video is sponsored by Dianyun?
Hey everybody, Dianyun is talking, and I'm here to deliver some hot takes. First one is Jack over Murguln. Many people don't understand how strong this guy actually is. First of all, he has teleport, good amount of health, medium armor and very good damage. The main thing you want to play around is his skill named Explosive Head. It deals incredible amounts of explosive damage and has only 4 seconds cooldown. And then he has ghouls that never die, and there are 4 of them. He also has great melee damage due to his Spirit of Vengeance ability. And lastly, his hero spell became broken with Pirate Kings. It deals insane amount of true damage, destroys everything but mini-bosses, and has reasonable cooldown. So realistically, it does the same as Murguln's hero spell, but has lower cooldown. Sniper versus shrapnel shot debate.
Murguln, another dragon hero which we're gonna talk about. And now this is just way off the charts. This is where broken lives and thrives, I would consider. Her abilities are just as broken as her normal stats. She can deal a lot of damage all alone, has an insta-kill ability, can deal a lot of damage with her fire effect ability too. With it, she gives a complete damage boost to the tower nearby her, which is even more broken because now the damage dealing towers, which were dealing a lot of damage, can deal even more damage. Keep on listening, as her ability, her spell, literally is a one-shotter, Rain of Fire. Rain of Fire, but just broken, I would consider. So yes, it cannot one-shot the elephants, the war elephants, I would consider. Still just one-shots all other enemies. So if there is a crowd which you don't like, which is annoying you on the map, just get rid of it in just few seconds, I would consider. So yeah, that's all about it. There's not even much to discuss about this dragon. Coming up to second best hero of the entire game, Dianyun. Now, there is a hot take I have.
As for the second take, it's Dianyun being the best hero in the series. I know he deals magic damage with his basic attack, but hear me out. His stuns are way better than Eiskalt's slow. He has insane anti-air, area stun, and he has the best hero spell in the series. Son of the Storm deals so much damage that any boss or mini-boss dies in few seconds. Even magic resistance doesn't really matter, because damage is that crazy. In addition to that, Dianyun still can stun these enemies. Eiskalt might be better in some scenarios, but Dianyun is more versatile and better overall. And if you don't agree with me, just get better at the game. So that's it for me. Prahant, you can continue.
As I already gave you the spoiler of the number one, but moreover, Dianyun is personally one of my personal favorite heroes. He gives you more gold. Not only that, he deals damage while moving, so it's not that you just need to place him on one place. You just need to keep on microing him around the map, which will just make out things work for you every single time. His entire spell is even more better. It deals true damage, stays on the map for a long time, and even deals a great amount of damage, as I already said. So most of the abilities Dianyun has is pretty great. One of his abilities, support ability, which heals your allies or troops, I would consider, which is actually really good, but it's conditional. It depends on how you use it, so you will need to use him in support places too. So it's just not that he only deals damage, he can also give you support. Eiskalt. Now, what even to talk about this hero, if I have to be honest. This is the kind of hero, even if you don't have a skill, even if you're really bad at playing this game, if you just use his ability on the right time, everything's just gonna work out for you. He deals so much more damage, he can even take out enemies very well in the lane he is. Not only that, his spell just freezes up the entire map. So if there is a leak happening in your entire strategy, just pause the game for a while you have the utmost advantage and clear out all of the enemies on the map. So basically, as far as you have Eiskalt, you cannot lose, and if you lose, then there's some serious problems in your skill. I'm sorry to tell you that. Unless you're doing a challenge, that's a different thing. I'm never talking about the challenge players over here, but you get the point, right? So Eiskalt is the best hero in the entire game right now, with casual or normal skill, I would consider. If you are using microing on top and every aspects of the skill of this game which you need to have, Dianyun, in my perspective, is going to be on the top. I have taken a lot of time into just changing my opinions from the past. I made the dragon tier list where I said Eiskalt is the best one, and now as I look back at it, opinions have changed. So you don't need to just stay on one opinion. I always try my best to explore more opinions and respect them, try them out, and see if I was wrong, if they were right. I just always explore. There was always good times for taking in the critiques and improving, and that's the main purpose of this entire video too. You can know about my perspective, implemented the game, and if you didn't know things about few of the heroes, now you know it, whether you should use those or not. You can know about it, or you can just know my opinions and enjoy critiquing in the comment section down below. But I always love to see your comments in the comment section down below. I always love to see all of your tier list in the game, so drop them in the comment section down below. I will really love it. And this will be the overall tier list, and with the opinions me and Dianyun shared, this will be the tier list. There are 2 tier lists at the end of this video. Now it's your time to help us. Go and check out Dianyun's channel. Go and check out my other videos which I have made in the past, like this one. So until there, I'll meet you in the next one. A lot of videos are coming up. Until there, keep on rushing.